So if you're dealing with a sensitive stomach, or maybe you have a lot of discomfort anytime you eat, or maybe you have discomfort when you eat specific foods or specific types of foods, it can be really frustrating to try and find some real answers. So in this video, I'm going to address a comment from a viewer, and I'm going to help you understand the most common underlying causes that can create this situation where there's a sensitivity in my stomach. Here we go.
TC Hale is not a doctor and does not claim to be a doctor or licensed in any type of medical field. Don't be an idiot and use anything heard on the show as medical advice. This information should be used for educational purposes only, and you should contact your doctor for any medical advice. Now get off me.
So it was over on our video for 10 signs of low stomach acid that Olivia wrote in and said, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know how many thanks I can give through a YouTube comment. After months of misery and going through examinations and specialist consultations, the final verdict was stomach sensitivity. I was told there was nothing I could do other than take painkillers and eat smaller portions. Weeks ago, the YouTube algorithm somehow led me to the holy grail of your digestion video, and I was enlightened. I immediately ordered betaine HCl, and within less than a month, the symptoms have mostly disappeared. Big thanks. So this is actually something that we hear all the time in our comments. We hear about people correcting major digestive malfunctions almost on a daily basis. And sometimes comments like this really affect me. You know, just to hear from other people that are dealing with issues the way that I dealt with an issue. And it's just, you know, someone dealing with this for so long and going to specialist and doctor after doctor and having to find their answers from a stand-up comic. That's not really how it should be. And yeah, I'm a different kind of stand-up comic, and I dealt with these issues where I had lost my voice for 8 years and 23 doctors couldn't help me figure out that problem and the digestive issues that I was having. So I understand how people run into this frustration of not being able to find an answer. But to just be told that, oh, well, you just have a sensitive stomach. That's just how it is. I mean, that's like telling somebody, oh, you're just short. You can't reach the cookies on the refrigerator because you're short. So you just have to spend a life of just looking at cookies on top of the refrigerator. Well, that's not what we do. I'm short. I go and I get a stool and I get the cookies. And no, I'm not telling you to eat cookies. That's probably not the best thing if you have a sensitive stomach, so to speak. But I just don't feel like this should be a, well, these are the cards that you're dealt kind of situation. When someone is having a sensitive stomach, or man, when I eat, my stomach gets upset. I have to be really careful about what I eat. When that's going on, there's malfunctions causing that. There's things that are going wrong. It's not your personality. You don't have these symptoms because my mom had those symptoms, so that's just how it is, and that's the cards that I was dealt. That's not what's going on. There are malfunctions happening, and you can see here with Olivia, and I don't know Olivia, I don't know her situation, so I'm certainly not giving Olivia advice here. But when Olivia is saying, oh, I just got HCl and now all these symptoms are greatly improving, and HCl is just betaine HCl. It's a supplemental form of the type of acid that your stomach should be making so that you can break your food down correctly. Mother Nature is not an idiot. There's a reason that we make stomach acid. It's to break down our food so that we can get all the nutrients out of that food. So there's things that can go wrong that can make that a digestive malfunction where a person isn't making enough stomach acid. But there's also a lot of other digestive malfunctions that can happen. This digestive system is complicated. There's a lot of steps that have to go on for us to really break our food down and get the nutrients out of that food. And when we can't do that, the result is going to be discomfort. And the reason that those discomforts are come up, not because you have a sensitive stomach, it's because when you can't break food down, it has to break down by like rotting and fermenting. And that creates all these gases, and the gases create pressure. And there's this cascade of things that can happen that go wrong that create all these symptoms. And a lot of people will be just sensitive to specific foods because these malfunctions have created a circumstance where their body's kind of going to war against that food or that type of food. And it's not because you're just short. That's not what it is. There's things that have gone wrong that are creating a problem. You know, if you took your arm and just rubbed it with sandpaper every day, you know, that would create like a wound. Is the doctor going to tell you, oh, well, you just have sensitive skin? No, you would expect that to happen. So when there's things going wrong in that digestive tract, it's going to create reactions that give off these symptoms and create these discomforts. And where people often run into a lot of frustration is they're looking for an answer. They want, oh, I should take this thing and that should fix everything. But in most cases, and this was certainly the case with me, there's 3 or 4 things that are going wrong that are all contributing to the underlying cause creating these symptoms. So sometimes a person will take one supplement or they'll change a diet to a specific thing, and it really was right for them. But because it didn't correct everything that's going wrong, they felt like that wasn't the right step to them, and they're going to move on to the next shiny object. But a lot of times, if we can just look at our body chemistry and get an idea of what's going wrong, look at what's going on with our digestion, then we can get an idea of which steps and which malfunctions do we need to address to really correct everything that's creating all of these problems. So I really wanted to make this video just for people who are told that they have a sensitive stomach, and that's just the problem. Sorry about it. I really want you to understand that you can dig into this and you can find some answers like the people that we hear from on a daily basis. Just read through the comments in our videos. It's unbelievable the amount of people that say, oh wow, I did this and it really fixed this issue that I was dealing with for 20 or 30 years. So just know that you don't have to feel like these are just the cards that you were dealt. What I want you to do right now is you should jump over and check out our very in-depth video. I think this is the video that Olivia was talking about. It's our full digestive reset that really goes through all of these malfunctions that can happen. It talks a lot about how these malfunctions can come about and steps you can take to figure out which malfunctions are happening for you and what do you need to do to correct those malfunctions. Because when you can correct the malfunctions and just allow the body to work the way that it's supposed to work, some really amazing things can happen. So I hope that gives you some insight. Jump over right now and check out that video on full digestive reset, and I hope you can get some more insights into what's going on with you. I can't wait to hear about your results.